sheer honor and privilege to preside over today's ceremony. Joining me at the diocese today, to my left, is the man of honor, Justin Angel, his lovely wife, Amanda, his father and his mother, my good friends Ronnie and Michelle Angel. To my left, my wife, Carol Upchurch, my son, Cale Proctor Upchurch, my unborn daughter, and my court officer for the past 20 years, Mel Matthews. This truly is a monumental and historical day for Bledsoe County. As many of you know, Bledsoe County is a part of the 12th Judicial District. The 12th Judicial District is made up of 6 counties. Bledsoe County happens to be the smallest county in the 6 counties which comprise our district. The 12th Judicial District was created in 1984, and it was a part and portion of the old 18th Judicial District. The only difference in the 18th Judicial District and the 12th Judicial District was one county. The 18th consisted of 7 counties, and that was Meigs County. And in 1984, somebody else took what we like to call the stepchild of the 18th Judicial District, Meigs County. Now, the reason this is such a historical and monumental day for Bledsoe County is this. Bledsoe County has never had a circuit judge from Bledsoe County. Not one who lived in Bledsoe County, not one who was raised in Bledsoe County. From the time this state was created in 1796, 218 years, never have we had a circuit judge from Bledsoe County. 22 years ago, there was a young lawyer from Bledsoe County, and he was age 34. And he was born in Bledsoe County, born at the old clinic down here, raised in a brick house on the backside of the First National Bank, and then raised in a brick and wood house out across the railroad tracks in a subdivision called Crestland Meadows. That young man graduated from Bledsoe County High School. He graduated undergraduate from the University of Tennessee. He attended law school and graduated law school from the University of Tennessee with honors, mind you. And then immediately retired to Bledsoe County and began law practice. In around 1992 or 1993, when that lawyer had been practicing approximately 9 years, the judge who had served our judicial district, I believe at that point for over 25 years, decided he was going to retire. In those days, in the early 1990s, politics were really not as significant in judicial selections as they are today. There was no judicial nominating committee. The governor would simply make an appointment, normally based upon the recommendations of the retiring judge, and if that judge was deceased, and that often caused the appointment of a judge by the governor, by the lawyers in the district. And some of you who were around in 1992, and I can see a few of you that were in here, you will remember this judge was Judge Greer. When Judge Greer announced his intent to retire, the lawyers in the 12th Judicial District assembled. And we decided at that time that retiring Judge Greer had earned the right to select his successor. We all agreed that we would honor his selection, and his selection would be the only name that would be submitted to the governor. We agreed that none of us would run around behind the lawyers' backs or Judge Greer's back and try to get a commitment out of the governor. It would simply be Judge Greer's recommendation. He earned that. My recollection is at that time, and some of you who were around can correct me if I'm wrong, 9 lawyers across the district then expressed an interest in the possession, in that position really. And this young lawyer from Bledsoe County that I was referring to was one of those lawyers. Now, through elimination by Judge Greer and the voluntary withdrawal of some of the applicants, the field of potential jurists was then narrowed down to 2 people. One of those was Curtis Smith, who is now the trial judge for the 12th Judicial District. The other one was this 34-year-old young lawyer from Bledsoe County. And not being one to keep a secret, I'll tell you right now, that young lawyer was me. So near decision day, the day Judge Greer had to make a decision to let the governor know who his recommendation would be, Judge Greer called me and invited me to lunch. And a little lesson for all of you. If you're in the running for a position and the person who makes the appointment calls you and wants you to go to lunch, you're not going to get that position. So I accepted. During lunch, Judge Greer was very magnanimous. You would think I should be on the Supreme Court to listen to what he had to say about it. He told me, he said, "You have the experience, Howard. You have the intellect, Howard. You have the demeanor to make an excellent trial judge. But," which I knew was coming, "but," he said, and these words have stuck with me for 22 years. He said, "Howard, you can't be elected in August if you're the one who gets the appointment." He told me, "You're too young." And I don't know if Mr. Angel heard that any in the past year. But I sure heard it from that electorate. I was too young. And that really didn't sting too bad. But what did sting me was this. He said, "And you're from Bledsoe County. And Bledsoe County is not going to elect a circuit judge." I accepted his decision. But it's taken me a generation, 22 years, to prove Judge Greer wrong. And it reminds me of a country song, "What do you think of Bledsoe County now?" And that's why this is such a monumental day for Bledsoe County. And it's why I'm so proud to be here today for my friend, my associate, Justin Angel. I first met Justin when he was about 2 to 3 years old. He didn't look a whole lot different then. He looks like he's about 10 to 15 now. I've already let you know that I knew Ronnie. Ronnie and I actually were in school together. We weren't in the same building together. We were actually in the same class together. Don't let me bother you there, Kel. Ronnie and I, from the 3rd grade on, had the same teachers, the same classmates, and continued that way until well into high school. He was my friend, and he's still my friend. And I was honored when he approached me in 1998 and asked me if his son Justin could intern in my office. At that time, I was the sole practitioner. I was running wide open, 4 to 5 different courts every day, and I wondered what an 18-year-old senior in high school could do for me in my law office. But because of my friendship with Ronnie, I agreed. I let Justin follow me around about 2 to 3 weeks. Well, he goes off to college. The next summer, the week after he gets out of college, he's in my office. Asked me if he could work for me. I agreed. From 1999 to 2001, every summer, Justin Angel worked in my office. Every break he had from school, Justin Angel worked in my office. And Justin was not filing papers or running documents to the courthouse for me, Justin Angel was an integral part of my office as a 19, 20, and 21-year-old young man. At that time, because I think I was one of the youngest lawyers that had some experience in the district, I was trying a number of murder cases, a number of Class A felony cases, some big trials. Justin delved right into those cases, and I tried to set them at times when Justin was available. When Justin had the summers off or near Christmas, which made for a great Christmas, by the way, or at spring breaks. We tried during that period of time either 3 or 4 murder cases together. Justin was a great investigator. He would work the cases up for me. He would sit during the trial with us. He was a great person to give me strategy. He could read a witness as well as I could. He could offer suggestions on how to cross-examine a witness. He was actually present in a murder trial when I got held in contempt. So I know he got a great deal of experience, some that I hope will transfer into his position as judge. I didn't see much of Justin after 2001. In May of 2010, I was over in General Sessions Court, or Family Court, in Ray County, before Judge James W. McKenzie. And it was late in the day. Had a number of cases. I was tired. I was worn out. And the courtroom had cleared. Everybody was gone from the courtroom. I had the last case. Judge McKenzie always loved to do that for me. Don't know why. But Judge McKenzie all of a sudden said, "Young man, what do you have here?" And I looked back on the bench behind me, said, "A young man." I went there and I said, "I should know that young man." And he said, "I don't have anything, Judge. I just want to talk to Mr. Upchurch." I thought, well, maybe I'm picking up a paying client today. Little did I know it was the other way. It was Justin. Justin told me that he had completed law school, and he reminded me of a promise I made to him in 2001, and that promise was if he ever attends law school and graduates law school, he could have a position in my office. He reminded me of that. Well, you know, a promise is a promise. I said, "Certainly, Justin. Take the bar exam. There's a spot for you in my office. There's a desk for you. I'll be proud to employ you." Well, as many of you know, the bar exam is held on the last Wednesday and Thursday of July. And anybody who has a law degree knows, and even those of you who have a son that has a law degree now, that you just don't walk into the bar exam on Wednesday and say, "Give me that test, I'm ready to take it." It takes months of preparation, hard work, dedication, and study to prepare for the bar exam after you complete law school. Law school doesn't teach you how to take the bar exam. You learn that somewhere else, but not in law school. So you work on it day and night, 2 to 3 months before you take it. The week you take the bar exam, you don't sleep. Obviously, you don't sleep the night before, you don't sleep the night of, because it's a 2-day exam, and you can barely sleep the night after it because you're worried about the answers you gave and how you did and whether it's all been a big waste of time. Well, Justin takes the bar exam on Wednesday and Thursday.